Welcome, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Shan. So today I'll be showing you guys how I make my garlic and parmesan chicken wings, a mouth-watering, beautiful, quick appetizer for family and friends. So stick around, let me show you guys how I make my garlic and parmesan chicken. Alright guys, we're gonna season up our chicken. So now we've got some chicken seasoning. We've got some parsley. Got some onion powder. Got some hot paprika. Got some dry thyme. I got some Italian garlic seasoning. A bit of black pepper. And just a bit of salt. Got a bit of fresh garlic. I'm going to season that, rub all that seasoning in. Okay, so you want to let this marinate for about an hour or overnight if you want, but because it's going to be a quick lunch for my friends and family, I'm just going to let it marinate for about 45 minutes and then I'm going ahead and fry the chicken off. Also, I'll be adding a bit of corn flour, about a tablespoon of corn flour, just to get a bit of crispiness on the skin of the chicken. Nothing much, you don't have to do this step, but I want a bit of crunchiness to it, so I'm adding a bit of corn flour onto it. But you don't have to, and once again, you don't have to do this step, but it's just something that I do just to get a bit of crispiness on the outside of my chicken. Okay, so it's time to fry off our chicken wings. So we're going to add our chicken into our hot oil. We're going to fry about 6 to 7 pieces of chicken, and we're going to fry it for 5 to 6 minutes on each side till it's nice and golden and crispy before we go ahead and fry the next batch. We're only adding about 6 or 7 pieces of wings into our pot, because we don't want the temperature of the oil to drop and it will take a bit longer for our chicken to fry. So add about 5 to 6 pieces, depends on how big your pot is as well, and cook those chicken off for 5 to 6 minutes on each side before you move on to frying off the other batch of chicken. Now the chicken has been fried for about 6 minutes on this side, so it's now time to turn it over and let it fry for another 6 minutes on the other side. As I said, you want to fry it for about 5 to 6 minutes, depends how big your chicken wings are as well. Now our chicken's been frying for about 10 to 12 minutes roughly now, so it's time to remove it from the pot. So as you can see, it's nice and golden, so I'm going to remove them, then I'm going to add the next batch of chicken. I'm now going to fry off the remaining batch of my chicken wings. I'm going to add the remaining of 7 pieces. I'm going to fry that for 6 to 7 minutes on each side. Then remove it from the oil, let that drain off. Then we're going to move on to the next step. Now it's time to flip the remaining of our chicken wings over and let that fry for another, on that side for another 6 to 7 minutes. As I said, you want to fry it so it's nice and crispy and golden, as you can see here. Then we're going to remove it from the oil and let that excess oil drain off before we move on to the next step. This is our chicken, nice and ready. It looks gorgeous, looks delicious, it looks so mouth-watering. I could eat it like this right now, but we're gonna move on to the next step with our garlic and Parmesan chicken wings. Okay, so now in a pot we're gonna add a cube of butter. I'm using unsalted butter. I'm gonna let that melt in our hot pot before we move on to the next step. So once your butter is nice and melted, you want to add your grated garlic. So I grated my garlic, or you can finely chop it, but I feel when you grate it, you get a bit more flavor from the garlic. So what we're going to do, we're going to melt our butter, then we are going to add our grated garlic into that butter. Now our butter is nicely melted. Now it's time to add our grated garlic into the butter. By the way guys, I'm using about 6 cloves of garlic. You can use as much or as little. You can, if you like it with a lot of garlic, obviously you can use a bit more. I'm using about 6 to 7, depends on the size you want to use as well. But I'm using 6 or 7, and because I want to taste all that garlic flavor in my chicken, I'm using 6. But if you don't want a lot of garlic in there, but you just want a touch of it, you can use less garlic as well. You want to cook your garlic and butter glaze on a low heat, so medium to low heat. I'm also adding a bit of parsley just for added flavor. It's optional, you don't have to do this step. Just for added flavor, I'm adding a bit of parsley, dry parsley as well for this added. Remember to cook your garlic and butter glaze for about 2 to 3 minutes on low heat. Okay, so it's now time to add our chicken wings into our garlic and butter glaze. I'm using my hands to put all these chicken in there. You can use your fork, but really quick, just pour it in with your hands. Put it in with your hands or just pour it in. You want to toss all that garlic and butter glaze all over the chicken, so you can use your spoon. You can toss the chicken if you're really good at tossing your pan, you can do that. An added thing that you can also do is just to turn your stove or hob off at this stage and cover your pan with the lid and let all that garlic and butter glaze steam into the chicken, just for the added flavor. So as I said, you can just cover your pan with a lid and let all that garlic just absorb all that garlic and butter glaze into the chicken. Now look at this chicken, it looks so gorgeous. You can have your chicken like that without putting the Parmesan cheese on there, but as it is garlic and Parmesan chicken wings, I am sprinkling some grated Parmesan onto the chicken. Now you can get your Parmesan cheese and grate it and put it on there if you want some Parmesan on there, or you can have your chicken without the Parmesan on there. You can put as little or as much as you like. And look how gorgeous these chicken wings look. Oh my god, guys, I wish you could try those, I wish you could taste them. But this is how I make my garlic and Parmesan chicken. I needed to put a bit more Parmesans on there, so I sprinkled a bit more onto it. As I said, you don't have to put that much Parmesan on there. It all depends on how you like your chicken and how you like to taste the chicken with the Parmesan. But this is how I like doing it, and I hope you guys really enjoy watching this video. I must say, I love making this chicken. My family loved it as well. So I hope you guys take some tips from this, and if anything, I'll see you guys on the next one. Please remember to subscribe, like and share, leave your comments on how you make your garlic and Parmesan chicken. But this is how I do mine. As I said, you know, leave your comment, like and share, press that notification button, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. I hope you enjoy watching the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.